Hi ladies, I have a Goodwill treasure to show you today. I was at the Goodwill yesterday and I found this mementos of the maiden voyage, the Titanic collection, and it was a little bit pricey, I thought, because I paid $9 for it, but it's really nice. The box is in really good condition. There's no tears or really scratches or anything on it, and everything was there. I mean, the entire collection is here, which I'll show you now. It came with this Titanic collection guide, which tells about everything that's in the box. And I'll just go through it really quickly. There's an introduction, and it was printed in 1998. And I think in the back it tells the collections. Ed and Karen Kamuta of the Titanic Historical Society, Ken Marshall for his advice and for lending many items from his collection. And the Merseyside Maritime Museum, photographer Laura Epstein, and historian Don Lynch. So that's the ones that are credited with this book. And it not only lists everything that comes in this collection, which is really, I think, a great bunch of things. There's a brochure, and it shows all of the floors of the deck, and there's also some pictures, kind of like a brochure you'd get today if you were going on a cruise. Actually, it's pretty much the same thing, the information and everything. Here's the luggage tags and the boarding pass, and then they had notes for the first class passengers, which really answered all their questions that they might have about luggage and different amenities on the ship and things like that. And then there was a passenger list and a first class lunch menu and the last dinner menu and postcards, a music booklet, and then there's the ice warning radiograph or telegraphy, I guess is how they said it back then. The message warning them of the icebergs, and then there's this is another kind of I think this is where they requested help, and then there was another message, but it was so you couldn't really read it. It just Marconigram from the Carpathia. At roughly 2:20 a.m. on April 15th, the Titanic broke in two and sank, leaving over 1,500 people to die in the icy North Atlantic. Okay. And then there's the landing card, which would be the same as I think they said a customs thing. And then this is like a chronological order, kind of like a diary of everything as it happened. It started in 1907 when they started talking about building the Titanic, and it just goes through the different things that went on. The tentative date is set for Titanic's maiden voyage, March 20th, 1912. It also tells some stuff about the Olympic and the Gigantic, which was later named Britannic. March 25th, Titanic's lifeboats are tested, swung out, lowered, and hoisted back into position. And then on April the 2nd, at 8 p.m., the Titanic leaves Belfast for Southampton. And then it just goes on about where it stopped and different things. I haven't read it, but it's going to be interesting to read. I'm not going to get through this whole thing in one 10-minute period, because I've already tried it 3 times and I just can't. It's too much to talk about. So I'm just going to show you a couple things and then I'll do a part 2. So this is the brochure, and it gives a lot of facts about the ship itself. This is a huge spread. Can't get it all in, so but it tells about the floors and kind of lays it out for you. And then on the back there's a ton of pictures, and I can show you some of those, but they're very light, so I'm not sure if you'll be able to see them. This is a first class, this is pictures of the first class dining room, and the lounge is on the bottom. And then there's a first class restaurant here, and down here is the veranda cafe. This was all the first class things. First class smoke room here, and first class stateroom. That's kind of an interesting thing to see, how they were furnished. And then on the back side there's a second class dining room saloon here. They got a dining saloon. Second class stateroom is here, and first class dining room. They didn't have very much stuff for that talks about second class. Here's a second class library. They got a library. Second class did. Those lowly second class people. That'd be where I'd be, second or third class. Here's third class. You see that? What is that? The general room. And there's a smoke class first class smoke room. Tongue tied there. And a picture of the ship itself. So that's all of that. And anyway, then there's the luggage tickets for, this is for a stateroom, I guess, and this was for first class. Okay. And the boarding pass for Reverend J. Stewart Holden. And this is for the Titanic. You see that? This is dated October the 4th, 1912, so I don't know. Anyway, that was in there. And here's the notes for the first class passengers that gives them all the information they need to know about things going on the ship, where they're going to be stopping and when. And also the following notes are intended for the information of passengers and to further their comfort. Any suggestions that passengers may be good enough to forward to the White Star Line, 30 James Street, Liverpool, for improvement in any branch of the service on board its steamers will be welcome to the managers and will receive their most earnest consideration. So that was a little introduction, and then it tells the meals, the times, and where they are, and special dinners. It tells about the lounge and the smoke room and the baths. Turkish electric baths, the gymnasium, the bed warmers, the barber shop, baggage, questions about medical arrangements and